Chapter books! Whether you have a child who is a beginning reader, struggling reader, reluctant reader, or a confident reader, we have something for everyone. Starting with those beginner chapter books. Hey Jack and Billy B are fantastic beginner chapter books, you guys. The author of these books had a child with a reading disability, and she wanted to create a book that would create confidence and get kids excited about picking up a book. These books have no more than 50 words per page. Nothing will ever be hyphenated, nothing that's going to get them jumbled up, and they're super fun. Don't have to be read in any particular order in that series. Her newest series, School of Monsters, is also extremely engaging for beginning readers or reluctant readers that we want to help build confidence in. Lots of color in these books, rhyming words. I describe these as almost like Dr. Seuss meets Sesame Street. And as you'll see in the back, they have new words to learn so they can practice those words before they start reading. Maybe a parent reads them with them first and then they read the book. We have notes in the back for parents how to use the book, and your child can even draw the characters in the book. Again, they don't have to be read in a particular order, but they do progress. So this first one here, Mary has the best pet, is going to have the most green words, which will be the simplest words. And then as the books progress through the series, they do get more and more orange and then red. Here are some really great books for kids who like nonfiction, our Extraordinary Life series. These are packed with facts and information, but they're also, I think, very well written. So there's a nice mix between the facts that they're going to get, timeline, and then of course narrative as well. And I also am kind of loving how the inside of every book is a different color. How fun is that? Lots of characters you can check out. You can get the whole series or just one. I think would be really good for a classroom as well. Reluctant readers. Let's talk about them. I think graphic novels are really good for kids who don't really love to pick up a book and read. Why? Because they're a nice mix of chapter book, but also comic as well. So Billy and the Mini Monsters are going to have a nice mix of that comic in there, and the chapter book, format as well. And then taking it up a step further, Scurvy Dogs is a little bit more difficult text, but lots and lots of comics. And these are very engaging, silly books. We have a new Scurvy Dogs coming out this fall, so adding to that series. Really excited about that one. And now that I'm talking about graphic novels, I feel like I should also show, even though these aren't really chapter book per se, this is from our graphic classics, and we have lots in this series also. These are actually good for kids 10 and up. The text is going to be a gateway into more difficult text, as it is more difficult, but it's very, I say not intimidating. How would you say that? Not intimidating. Because they can keep up with, because of the graphics, if they're not sure of every single word, they're still going to be able to keep up with that book. So those are good options too. Here is Vlad. I love Vlad. He is a lovable character. He is a vampire who doesn't really want to be a vampire. He wants to be a regular kid. So he sneaks out at night, which would be daytime for us, and goes to a regular school. Will they find out that he is a vampire? You will have to read to find out. Super fun series. And lastly, for our older kids, this book, The Map Maker, is a trilogy and good for kids 9 to 14, packed with adventure. These are, you can see lots of text, no illustrations, and I think they were almost 300-page books, but really good for those older readers. So we have tons of chapter books to choose from, and of course, you should always reach out to your book lady if you need help with a particular interest that your child may have, or their reading level too, because I always like to say finding the best book is like finding the perfect shoe. It has to fit. Right? That's what I say. Okay, so thank you for watching.